All right, everyone, I have 7 fragrances that are going to be fresh and clean, perfect for the summertime. So let's get right to it. I'm going to start off with an honorable mention, so really I should say 8, and that is none other than Creed Aventus. I've never really featured this one just because it's probably one of the most talked about fragrances that there is, so I'm not going to spend much time, but everyone screams about the pineapple, and it's true. The pineapple, black currant in there is really nice. It has some patchouli and a couple of florals in there. In the dry down, there's a little bit of vanilla and musk. It's just a good fragrance. Most people love it. Just about everyone loves it. It works. So this is probably the definition of a fresh, clean. This is a year-round fragrance, so it'll work in the summer. Creed Aventus, it'll run you about $250 depending on the size, so it is expensive. There's a lot of other clones and things you can get instead of Creed Aventus, but it is good, so I will mention that. So next on the list is going to be Initio. This is Rehab by Initio Rehab. This is the white bottle right here. Kind of pricey. It'll run you about a good $300, but it's really different with the nice. Opens up with the lavender and the bergamot, but the lavender mixed with the bergamot, it's not the usual. It kind of gives a nice. These florals start coming through, and I don't see a lot of the floral notes listed, but it definitely comes through. It has some of the, as it dries down, you'll get the sandalwood really comes through as well, and the musk. I think those two come through the most, those accords, and then some patchouli, some cedar, some vetiver, and what have you as it dries down. Really nice. I think this one will work in the summer. It will project. It will last a good amount of time as well. So get your nose on it. It's a little pricey, but I think it's definitely really, really quality. Okay, so next on the list is this one is by Hermes. This is H24. As you can see, I put a big dent in this bottle, and I used it a lot last year. This is the EDT, and so I've talked about the parfum a lot, but this is the EDT. This is just a nice, clean, metallic, floral type of fragrance. It opens up with this clary sage, which is kind of gives these sweet herbal nuances to it. A little bit of lavender. Lavender's not listed in there, but clary sage kind of has that lavender vibe to it. And then it has these narcissus, which is a green floral kind of hay, little tobacco-y type of accord. And it also gives this interesting, like a little bit of a banana type of a vibe when it opens up with this. It's not listed, banana's not listed, but that's what I get. So it's a minerals, so it's a mineral type of fragrance, but really fresh, clean type fragrance. Very different than anything that I have in my collection. So get your nose on it, give it a shot. It'll run you about $45 to $60. So definitely different, and compliments. I get a lot of compliments with this. And I think all these fragrances that I'm mentioning are going to be really mass appealing, just because fresh and clean. I mean, it's kind of hard to not be mass appealing when it's fresh and clean. Next one here is by Sean John. This is Sean John 3 AM, and pretty cool, interesting bottle here. Very affordable, $25, $30. This is standard, clean type fragrance. Bergamot, little orange, little cardamom. It has fig in there as well. Some orange blossom really comes through. It gives a nice watery, fresh type of feel, almost like the bottle looks very clear. So you could just look at the juice in here, clear. A little bit of leather might come through there, but just all the notes that I'm mentioning for this, they're very gentle and light. Even though this one, you know, you can spray this a lot. I mean, I don't think it lasts, you know, more than 4 or 5 hours, but it just works. Very clean type fragrance. If you're into that, this one is the one to get. So Sean John 3M, get your nose on it. Then we have another one. This one I really enjoy. This is by Guess. This is Seductive Homme blue. As you can see, the bottle's blue. But once again, it opens up. This one is clean as well, like all of them, but this one has a little bit of a peppery vibe to it. So it opens up with the cardamom. You have kind of the little bit of citrus, little light citruses in there. But then it has a little spice to it, right? And then it has also gives a little bit of a sea breeze saltiness to it. As you can see, maybe that's why it's blue. It's really a light blue, the bottle right here. Nice bottle here. It really is good, refreshing. It has some creaminess to it as it dries down. I guess that's from the musk and maybe some cashmere woods in there, so a little bit of the woods will come forth. Gives a nice kind of, just remind you a little bit of a beachy type of vibe. Not the, you know, it doesn't go into the whole tropical vibe, but just kind of the sand as you're walking along the ocean, and as the sand meets the water, kind of, if you're walking around there, you're getting a little bit of the ocean breeze, and you're also getting a little bit, you know, you're kicking up some sand as you're walking, but fresh and clean, not the dirty beaches out here in the bay. So this right here is Guess Seductive Homme blue. Get your nose on it. It'll run you about 35 bucks, so it's very affordable. The next one on the list will be one I don't think I've ever featured. This one. This is by Frank Olivier, and this is Sun Java. You know, cheesy bottle. I mean, one of the cheapest type of bottles you can get. There's nothing really to look at there. Cheap cap, itemizer is going to be whatever, but it only costs. On the itemizer, it's not that good, but for $20, you'll open up with the fresh citruses. You have some orange and maybe some bergamot in there, a little bit of mint. It actually has a watermelon accord in there, which gives it a nice watery, sweet, but not overly sweet at all type of accord. As it dries down, you'll get some of the vanillas, some woods, and some musk. It is just a fragrance that works. This is one you can wear. Go into, this is, you could go into the going to work out, going to the mall, just kind of just throw it on and go, you know. This is not a dress up type of thing. This is not going to a cookout. This is just a cheesy fragrance that works, that still smells good for 20 bucks. So get your nose on that. The next one on is one that is really good. This one is by Banana Republic. This is Black Walnut Legend. Black Walnut Legend. Now this here, really cool bottle. I lost my cap. I don't know what I did with it, but really cool bottle here. A glass bottle, a light blue fragrance. Itemizer is solid. It's really, really good fragrance, man. This thing opens up with some bergamot, has a little bit of a spice to it from the peppers. It has this interesting accord that I don't have in any other my fragrances I can think of. Is kumquat, and that is a kind of a sweet and sour fruit. So it has a little geranium in there. It has some incense and some other florals they're working on in there. As it dries down, you'll get the patchouli and the musk, even a little bit of leather as it dries down. It's really nice fragrance. It'll run you about 35 bucks. So a lot of these fragrances are very affordable. This one, probably one of my favorite ones on the list that out of the ones I've mentioned. This one was probably towards the top. So you can get your nose on this one, by Banana Republic, Black Walnut Legend. Then next on the list is, and this one right here, I have to throw this in here just because this is Dior Sauvage This is the EDT, man. You can't go wrong with this, man. This one, you can wear this one to work. You can wear this even dressed up if you want. Fresh, clean, has that nice citrus and amber mix in the opening. It is almost like a throwback, a modern take on a throwback type of fragrance here. It has some peppers, a little bit of bergamot in there, but the lavender will come through, and that gives it a nice powdery, sweet woodiness to it. There's some ambroxan in there, and it helps with the creaminess of it as it dries down. Run you about $80 to $100, and this is a dumb reach, mass appealing. If I just don't know what to wear and I can't decide, I can always throw this on really year round. Definitely can do it at this time of year, and I know it's gonna work. I know I'm gonna smell good. I know I'm gonna get compliments. I know I'm not gonna offend anyone. And that's pretty much the gist for just about every one of the fragrances. The one that maybe is the least mass appealing, maybe, I don't know, H24, you know, you might have to test that one out, but it only costs about $45, so you might be able to even go ahead and give that a shot as well. So just went over 7 fragrances that are clean, fresh, and work at this time of year. So hopefully you'll enjoy. This is Marvin with Preaching Scents. Have a good one.